everybody, David Walker at Street Toyota, 45th and Sonse, Amarillo, Texas. You know what day it is. It is Test Drive Tuesday, and right now we're here with the all-new 2018 Toyota Camry. So, totally new Camry. This has been the best-selling car in the U.S. for 16 years running, 19 of the last 20 years, and it's on a totally new platform. We've talked about this a little bit before. It's on the TNGA, or Toyota New Global Architecture platform, which simplifies production, increases flexibility with construction. So if we want to build Camrys and Priuses and CHRs on the same line, we actually can. Before, that would take tons of retooling and it was just pretty much impossible. But with TNGA, we can do it. So that'll keep us light on our feet. It'll mean that we can produce the cars that people want. So if something is selling better, we can build more of them. It's just really great stuff for Toyota, which means that it's great for you as well, because we get you the vehicles you want in a timely manner and at the least possible cost. Now, other benefits of the TNGA platform that we see in the 2018 Camry: it is lower, longer, and wider than the previous Camry. The roof is actually 1 inch lower than the outgoing Camry. The hood is just a little over 1.5 inches lower, which means that you have a little over 1/2 inch more height from the hood to the roof, which means better visibility. Makes it easier for you to drive. We also have incorporated Safety Sense P into the 2018 Camry. We've talked about that before. You have a camera up here for auto high beams, a lane departure alert. You have the radar housed behind the Toyota emblem here for your pre-collision system with pedestrian detection and adaptive cruise control, all standard on every single 2018 Camry. We do have LED headlights, standard as well. This is the Camry SE that we're looking at today, by the way. You'll also notice as we walk down the side of the car, just completely different styling. Bold, aggressive, beautiful lines. Akio Toyoda, the president of Toyota, recently said that there was a time that Toyota vehicles were known for being boring, and that time is over. So I think you can see that pretty clearly in the 2018 Camry SE right here. We'll just pop open the trunk. Of course, big, wide open trunk, 60/40 split folding rear seat. Nothing you're not used to there. Moving on up to the back seat. Typical Camry, very comfortable back seat. It kicks back at a nice angle. Still have 10 standard airbags in the Camry, which is just massive when you consider that a lot of our competitors only have 6. So pretty much everybody has the front airbags for the driver and passenger. The seat side airbags in the front, pretty much everybody has those. Everybody has the curtain airbags on the sides, but in the Camry, you actually get the seat side airbags in the back seat, and the driver and front passenger get a knee airbag to protect your lower extremities in those heavy frontal impacts. And if you didn't know, the most common and most life-altering injuries in those frontal impacts are to your lower extremities, knees, femurs, hips, things like that. They get all messed up, but those knee airbags will keep you from submarining or sliding out under your seatbelt and crumpling your legs up into the dash. So, very good things. We're going to get on in this 2018 Camry and we're going to go for a ride. We'll talk a little bit about the improved driving dynamics that you get with TNGA. So let's jump on in and we'll go for a ride. I'm going to ask my camera guy to shut the trunk as well. Hey everybody, quick sidebar. If you were a little distracted when we were talking about the Camry by the Supra in the background, let's talk about that for a second. Yes, that is a 1994 twin-turbo Supra, 55,000 miles on it, one owner. We just picked this up a couple of days ago, and we're going to get her all shined up and get her in the showroom, and I will be doing a video on this car hopefully next week. So to answer your question, yes, it is a 1994 twin-turbo Supra, and if you don't know how rare that is, I've worked for Street Toyota for 14 years. I have never seen one before. So we'll talk about that soon. Let's go and drive that Camry. All right, we are driving the 2018 Toyota Camry SE. Like I mentioned before, a lot of what's different about the Camry is what you can't see. It's the underlying structure of the car, the TNGA platform. What you need to know about that is that it is very lightweight, it is very rigid. What that means, and this is kind of counterintuitive, when we talk about a very stiff, very rigid body structure, you would think that that would translate to a stiff, rigid ride. It doesn't. Having a very rigid body structure allows you to control the ride with the suspension, make the car ride smooth and handle well. That flexing that you get when you don't have a very rigid body structure is what unsettles your ride. When you go over imperfections in the road, when you take a hard turn, things like that. So the rigidity of the TNGA platform is a wonderful thing, and it really comes through in the driving dynamics of the new Camry. I can't really illustrate it in this video. You're just gonna have to come and drive one. It handles better, it rides better, it's an amazing thing. And we all know the Camry was a great car already, but I think that 2018 will be remembered as the year that Toyota started moving in a really good direction, that our cars got more exciting to drive, more exciting to look at. We see that with the CHR, we see it with the new Camry, and it's only getting better from here. Now, things that we can see that are different, hold on to your shorts. Toyota actually changed their cruise control layout for the first time, and it's got to be about 25, 30 years. We've had the little cruise control right down here in the, about 5 o'clock area of the steering wheel. No longer. It is up on the steering wheel now in the 2018 Camry. So you have the same controls. You have on, off, you have resume and accelerate, you have set and coast, and you have cancel, but they're right up here on the front-facing surface of the steering wheel. Real easy to reach with your right thumb. And of course, because Safety Sense P is standard now, we do have dynamic radar cruise control in the new Camry. So if you're using your cruise control, you come up on someone going slower than you are, it'll match their speed and hang out behind them until you have an opportunity to pass. Of course, if they turn or change lanes, it'll go right back up to the speed that you set. Really cool stuff, saves you a lot of frustration on a road trip. Also, just the little things, the covers over the auxiliary and USB ports, the cover over the power port, the cigarette lighter style power port, they changed the covers. So it's a different look. I don't know if you can see that. There's also a little retractable cover bin down here, similar to what's been in the Avalon for the last few years, where you can hide a little bit of stuff. You can set your phone right on the top of it there, even if you have a pretty big phone like I do. Other things that are totally different, your climate controls are very simple, condensed into a very small area that is angled toward the driver, so it's easy to reach. Audio, we have a brand new generation of Entune audio systems. This is Entune 3.0. Everybody gets our app suite with Entune 3.0. Now, this is only in the 2018 Camry so far, but with Entune 3.0, everybody gets Pandora, everybody gets iHeartRadio, Slacker, NPR One. We also have integrated Scout GPS link into the system so that everybody gets that. If you connect via Bluetooth, you get turn by turn. If you connect with a USB, you actually get moving maps. So if you plug your phone into the USB, even the base audio system is going to get a navigation system, which is incredibly cool. Now, if you move up into the higher grades, into the Entune 3.0 Audio Plus, you're going to get our connected features, which is going to give you Service Connect. It will actually contact the dealer for you if, say, your check engine light comes on, and then your dealer will give you a call, hopefully that's Street Toyota, and say, hey, your check engine light's on, looks like you have an O2 sensor going bad, not an emergency, we just need to get you in as soon as possible. When is a good time for you? Really cool stuff. You also get Remote Connect, which will give you remote start that actually happens through an app in your phone. You also can see your fuel level, distance to empty. You can get a ton of information just right there through that Remote Connect app. You can even If you have your blessed, wonderful child driving a new Camry with Entune 3.0 with connected features, you can get a notification when the car goes over a certain speed, when the car enters or leaves a predefined geographic area. You can set a curfew. Of course, it's not going to shut the car down. It'll just notify you when that happens. Also, big change for 2018. We've introduced a brand new 4-cylinder engine for the Camry. Now 90% of the Camrys that we sell are the 4-cylinder. This one's brand new, 2.5 liters. It's up from last year. Last year we had 178 horsepower with the 4-cylinder. This year it's 203. So it's 203 horsepower, 184 pound-feet of torque. We've also moved to a brand new 8-speed automatic transmission in every gas-powered Camry. Of course, the hybrid is still going to have the CVT, but the 4-cylinder and the updated V6. So the 4-cylinder is totally new. V6 is updated with our D4S injection system, and the V6 is actually over 300 horsepower now. So in the V6 we have 301 horsepower, 8-speed automatic. 4-cylinders up from 178. Now it's 203 with 184 pound-feet of torque, mated to the 8-speed automatic transmission. So there is a ton of new stuff going on in the Camry. I could go on about it all day, but we're about to run down the battery in the camera, so we're going to shut it down there. Get on out to Street Toyota, 45th and Soncy, Amarillo, Texas. Talk to your sales consultant. Tell them you want to check out the all-new 2018 Camry, and we will see you soon. Take care.